What if I told you that some birds are not just surviving in cities, they are actually becoming smarter than their forest relatives? In forests, birds live by instinct, survival patterns that have been unchanged for thousands of years. But in cities, something unusual is happening. Crows are dropping nuts on roads so cars can break them open, and then waiting for traffic lights to turn red before collecting them safely. Pigeons are reading human behavior like experienced psychologists, and some birds are solving problems that even trained scientists did not expect them to solve on the first try. But here is where it gets even more strange. When scientists compare forest birds and city birds of the same species, city birds often perform better in problem-solving tests. Not slightly better, but significantly smarter in certain tasks. So the real question is, are cities accidentally turning birds into geniuses? Or are we finally seeing bird intelligence reach its true potential? And if this is true, what does it mean for the future of birds living around humans? Stay with me, because this story is more surprising than most people realize. Welcome back to Bird IQ World, the channel where we explore the hidden intelligence, behavior, and unbelievable survival skills of birds around the world. If you are fascinated by smart animals, strange natural behavior, and scientific discoveries that feel almost unbelievable, then you are in the right place. Before we go deeper, make sure you subscribe to Bird IQ World and turn on notifications, because you will not want to miss the next discoveries we are about to reveal. Now let's understand something very important. To understand why city birds often appear smarter than forest birds, we need to first understand how intelligence works in animals. Bird intelligence is not a fixed number. It is not like a simple score that stays the same forever. Instead, intelligence in birds is deeply connected to environment. In forests, life is stable. Food sources are predictable. Danger comes mostly from natural predators like snakes, hawks, or larger animals, so forest birds rely heavily on instincts, behaviors encoded over thousands of years of evolution. They don't need to think deeply for most survival tasks. But cities are completely different environments. Cities are unpredictable, fast-changing, and full of artificial challenges. A bird entering a city faces a completely new world. Glass buildings that reflect confusing images, cars moving at dangerous speeds, humans who may help or harm unpredictably, food hidden in trash bins, streets, and restaurants, loud noises that change constantly. This means survival is not based on instinct alone anymore. It requires adaptation, observation, and learning, and this is where the difference begins. Forest birds rely mostly on instinct, but city birds are forced to rely on experience-based learning. That means they observe what works, they copy successful behavior, they avoid mistakes, and most importantly, they remember patterns. For example, some urban crows learn that certain traffic patterns are safer than others. They wait for red lights before retrieving food from roads. This is not random behavior. It is learned intelligence, shaped by experience. In cities, birds face constant challenges. Unlike forests, where food may be seasonal and predictable, cities require problem-solving every day. Birds must figure out where to find food, how to access difficult resources, which humans are safe, when to act and when to wait, how to avoid threats like cars and traps. This constant pressure forces their brains into a state of continuous learning. And just like muscles grow stronger when used, brains become more efficient when challenged regularly. So city birds are effectively undergoing daily cognitive training without realizing it. Scientists have tested this difference in multiple experiments. When forest birds and city birds are given the same puzzles, city birds often outperform them. In one well-known type of experiment, birds are given tasks like pulling strings to get food, opening containers, solving multi-step puzzles. City birds tend to experiment more. They try different approaches instead of giving up quickly. Forest birds, on the other hand, are more likely to stop after initial failure. This difference shows something very important. City birds have developed greater cognitive flexibility, the ability to change strategy when something does not work. One of the most fascinating ideas scientists are exploring is this: are we witnessing evolution happening faster than expected? City environments may be applying natural selection in real time. Birds that cannot adapt die or leave. birds that can adapt, survive, and reproduce. Over time, this means city bird populations may become naturally more intelligent than forest populations of the same species, not because they are different species, but because the environment is shaping behavior and learning speed. Bird brains are small, but extremely efficient. Instead of growing larger, they improve through stronger neural connections, better memory pathways, faster decision-making, improved pattern recognition. City birds repeatedly face complex problems. Each successful solution strengthens their mental pathways. Over time, this creates a more efficient brain for urban survival. But here is something most people don't think about. We are not just observers of bird intelligence. We are part of the system shaping it. Cities created by humans are unintentionally becoming training grounds for animal intelligence. So the real question becomes, are we shaping smarter birds? Or are birds simply adapting to survive in the world we created? So why are some birds smarter in cities than forests? Because cities force intelligence to evolve in real time. They demand learning instead of instinct. They reward problem-solving instead of routine behavior. And they punish hesitation with survival risk. As a result, city birds become more adaptive, more flexible, and often more intelligent in specific tasks compared to their forest relatives. If you enjoyed this deep dive into bird intelligence, make sure you subscribe to Bird IQ World for more fascinating discoveries about animal behavior, survival strategies, and hidden intelligence in nature. And now I want to hear from you. Do you think city birds are truly becoming smarter? Or are they just learning to survive better? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all, and your idea might inspire the next video. And if you want more mysteries like this, don't forget to stay tuned. See you in the next video.